Okay, so we're going to do a quick tutorial here on setting up the groups in your own classes, because unfortunately that's not something you can import from your template course. So to start those out, you're going to go to your settings cog at the upper right hand, and you're going to go all the way down to more. You're going to go to users, and we want to look at groups. Alright, you can see that I've already created all of these groups, but it's super simple to create one. You just go to create, type in the title that you want it to be, and you don't need to add anything down here. You can just hit enter or go down to save changes. I'm going to hit cancel because you don't need a group titled gibberish. And then do that. We're going to do for modules 2 through 10. So module 1 will be open to everybody, although I suppose you could create a module 1 group and restrict that if you wanted to, so that people who are past it aren't trying to go back to it. That would just be a little bit of a pain, because then as soon as everybody entered your class, you'd have to have them in a group. So maybe don't do that, because as it stands now, Module 1 is unrestricted, meaning anybody who comes in can go straight to Module 1. And then once they've progressed through that, or you've determined that they've tested out of that, you can assign them to a different group. But it's probably nice to have that default available. Okay, so once you've set up all of your groups, you can add or remove users. Now I don't have any users, but once you have students in here, this is where you'll move them from Module 1 to Module 2, or so on. Let's see if it'll let me do that. Okay, so I will put each of you into Module 1 for right now. Okay, and then when you are done, I can take you out of Module 1. As easy as that. Okay, I don't need to save, it's done that moving for me. So that's where you will, again, if I go back to groups, I select the module and I add or remove users. You'll have to try for yourself if you can add someone to a new group, or if you have to remove them from their previous group first. I don't know if they're allowed to be in multiple groups at a time. It'd be great if you could, because then that's one less step for you, but we'll see. Okay, so that's how you create the groups at the very beginning and then move your users around. So once somebody finishes their test, you get the notification that their work submissions come in, you've looked at their test, it's a passing grade. That's where you'd move them to the next module. Now, in your class, again, at the beginning setup, you'll have to put those restrictions on. I can't do that. I can't make that transfer when you import. So I'm going to go to the name of each module. I'm going to go to Edit Topic. It's called a topic here. And I want to restrict the access. So I'm going to add a restriction based on group. So since this is Module 2, I'm going to restrict it to be only students who are in group Module 2. And then save changes. Alright, so then you'll see on your screen this little blue bar that says restricted, not available unless you belong to Module 2. Students won't even be able to see any of this or have access to it. They might be able to see it, but it'll be grayed out. But they can't work on it until you have confirmed, yes, you finished Module 1. So I put a little note to you in here as a checklist once they've finished the module, including moving them to the next group, and that is how you do it.